My name's Rashmi Halker Singh. I'm the deputy editor of the Headache Journal, and I'm joined here today by Dr. Sarah Bobker, who's one of the other associate editors, as well as two of our assistant editors, and they'll be sharing with us today about the assistant editor program. Dr. Bobker, can you tell us a little bit about this?
Sure. So historically, the Headache Journal has invited neurology trainees interested in headache medicine to act as assistant editors. But in the past, this process previously wasn't widely known, it wasn't widely reaching, and it didn't have any organizational structure either in terms of an application process or a curriculum. And so our editorial board saw this as an area for potential improvement, and last year developed and launched our first year of a more formal assistant editor program. And the goal of this program has really been to try to teach competency and editorial skills to interested selected trainees. Our current, we have 5 assistant editors currently here, Moises Dominguez and Vimala Bharadwaj, and we also have Liz Ackley and Sean Love and Anders Hogard, who each applied to us to join around this time last year and were selected. And so far, their year has entailed working very closely with mentors, whom are members of our editorial team, to guide them in independent tasks like executing peer reviews and managing manuscripts through the peer review process. And every month too, there have been didactic lectures that occur that are intended to further supplement their learning about the editorial world, which is really another world if you don't have any experience in it.
So that sounds like a really great thing that we've been able to offer, especially with the new way that we've done this program. And I would love to hear from both Dr. Dominguez and Dr. Bharadwaj about their experience with the program. What has been some of the highlights for you?
I'd have to say that one of the highlights is being exposed to a lot of amazing faculty, really, and having early exposure to the headache world. I myself will be doing a headache fellowship in the next actual few months, so it's really nice to get to meet all these amazing people. I think what's great also is the fact that as part of the program, you get this mentorship. So you start to meet people one-on-one. Like, for example, I've met with Dr. Singh, I also met with Dr. Charleston also, and really receiving like some great career advice, and also just asking us how the process is going and how else they can help us. So I thought that was also something that's excellent. And I think the last thing I'll say, and there's many things, but I think the last thing I'll say is that with one of the other highlights is that it really enhances your headache knowledge, also having to read, all the papers and seeing what type of faculty members are, experts in that part of the field. So I think it's overall such a great, I think the whole thing is a highlight, I would say.
Yeah, no, I totally second that. And I myself have a very diverse background. I'm a biomedical engineer as a trainee, and then I went into basic science for headache research. So just being here and being surrounded by these amazing people and learning more about headache from the clinical point of view and also basic science point of view and understanding who does what has been excellent. And I think the second highlight has been, like Moises mentioned, it's been teaming up with Dr. Amina Pradhan and other clinical researchers has been amazing. And the advice that I've understood that there are different career paths. There are different conferences that we need to attend as for basic scientists and trainees, and different grants that we can apply to. And overall, just being exposed to these different, which sounds really trivial for somebody who's already been here, but as a trainee, I think you will benefit a lot being around with these amazing minds.
Well, we've been very blessed to have you both as part of our team as well. And I think, as a member of the editorial team, I think we've also gained from having exposure to new people as part of our group, and the experience on this end has also been fantastic. So Dr. Bobker, if someone is interested in applying, because I think we've now opened up for applications,
Correct.
what
Yeah.
does that process look like?
Yeah, so for the next term, which will be a term for our 2 years from 2022 to 2024, the applications are now open and they're due April 1st. So what this is a couple of application materials, a CV, a letter of recommendation from program director preferred, um, a brief personal statement, less than 500 words, just expressing your interest in such a program, and then a peer-reviewed publication of yours, just so we can get a sense of your writing and kind of the things you're doing out there. And also a proof of active membership as a trainee member of the American Headache Society. And no worries if that's not something you aren't yet, you can easily enroll for that on the American Headache Society website. So these application materials by April 1st should be emailed to headache editorial office at gmail.com. And there have been a couple of emails that have gone out. We also are publicizing this on our social media channels, our Instagram, our Twitter. But if there are any specific questions about the application, I'm happy to answer on my personal email. It's a little easier, sarah.bobker@ucsf.edu.
Great. Well, thank you all for joining me today. If anyone else has any questions, reach out to us at Headache Journal as well.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thanks,
much.
guys.